And the first position you want to hit in this row is the catch position, which is out front here. So if I've got my catch position down, I'm going to lean forward like this. Notice there's a gap between my seat and my heels. Watch what happens if I take the seat towards my heels. It pulls me back away from this. If you feel like when you're rowing that this is happening, you're losing a lot of strength, and you're also losing a lot of, So I'm here, and you notice that, although I'm sort of taller than average, you can still get like a good reach. This is what you want. You want to have a full reach where you're actually like close to the flywheel over here. And you notice as well I'm in my fingertips, because if I hold onto here, it's unnecessary grip on the handle. You don't need that much strength. Whereas if I go here, I can get an extra sort of 2 inches in the front of my arm. Cool. So here's the catch position. I'm slightly hunched over because it's not like a deadlift where I need to worry about being all that straight. So I'm rather opting to trade off and get for a little bit of extra reach. But having said that though, I'm engaged here, and I'm still sitting on top of my knees as opposed to being hunched through here and sitting like in my knees. I'm sitting on top of them like this. So that's the catch position. Bit of a gap here. If you have the ankle mobility to be able to get your heels down, then that's great, because you can drive immediately with the heels. But if not, you can let them pop a little bit. Okay, we'll talk about what to do if they do pop. But if you've got the ankle mobility, you can still get into it, and that's ideal. So the first move from here is to drive with the legs. So notice my back angle is remaining the same. I've been working on that a lot with the clean and the snatch. It's exactly the same. It's like the lift off. The back angle for the first piece doesn't change. It's like a leg press. I'm driving into the machine, the leg press. There's the first part, that was the drive. The next part is the lay back. I go into my back like this, I lean back into it. And the last part is the arms for the release, kind of as the release of the move. So there was legs, back, arms. I'll do that again. So it's legs, back, arms. Legs, back, arms. When you return, you're going to reverse the process. Arms, back, legs. It's really, really important that you get that part right. Arms, back, and legs. So just briefly, the reason why you want to get that right, it's crucially important, is if you've been to the doctor and they do that to your knee, it's a stretch reflex. Every muscle in your body has a stretch reflex built into it. What it is a rapid stretch of the muscle is followed by a rapid strong contraction. If you're able to stretch the muscles and then contract, they're much more powerful than if you go from a non-stretch contraction. Okay? So what happens is when I sit up properly, so let's do it wrong first and see what happens. So if I bend my knees up early, so I've pulled, I bend my knees up, now I'm returning, okay? You notice that my legs have finished moving, and now my hands are still returning. So because they're not moving, all of that stretch reflex is dissipated, it's all gone. Okay, so by the time I'm ready to then sort of push into the machine, I've lost that stretch reflex, that stretch into contraction. Whereas if I sit up properly like this, I go here, then I go here. Now you can see as I'm returning, everything is done. My hands are ready to go, my back is in position, I'm just waiting for the legs to go. Now they're stretching, the quads are stretching, the glutes are stretching. I'm ready so that immediately, as soon as I hit my catch position, I can bounce straight out and maximize on that stretch reflex. And by getting that right, you get a hell of a lot of more power out of each push into the machine. If you get the timing wrong just a little bit, that stretch reflex dissipates, you don't get it. So you really want to come back in ready to drive. And when you're driving, don't think of rowing as pulling. Think of it as like trying to push the machine forward through the wall. So this is where the power happens. This first like foot and a half is where all the power happens in the row. It's where the rows connect to the machine. It's this first piece. So the drill we're going to do is you put your feet on top of the straps, and you're going to go legs back, arms back, legs. Legs back, arms back, legs. An important cue is only give your knees permission to bend when your handle is roughly aligned with mid-shin. Then your knees are allowed to bend up and then you can go. Okay, so jump on a row and let's go for a couple of strokes. You can either watch and learn by